Hey everybody, it's John from Rad Relics, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about that awesome reselling platform, Whatnot. And as a professional buyer on that platform, I've literally spent thousands of dollars buying merchandise to put into my pop culture shop. I want to give you guys some advice from a person who is your target audience, the guy that you want to come into your live. How do you get my attention? How do you keep my attention? And how do you get into my pocketbook? You're going to find out right after this introduction.
They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Some of the things to me that are really important as a Whatnot buyer is, one is the knowledge of the person that's selling. Do you seem knowledgeable? Do you seem like you know what you're selling? Are you being honest about the quality of the merchandise? For me, that's really important too. I want to know whenever you're talking about the item and you're showing it on camera that if there are any flaws or any defects, that you are disclosing that information to me as a buyer so that I can be knowledgeable about the product that I'm getting. And then when I get it, I'm not disappointed because I'm like, oh, well, this shirt had a hole in it, or this record had a scratch on it, or, you know, this brand new item that was wrapped in cellophane has a big rip in it. So there's a lot of different things that you have to know to be able to let me know like what's important about the items that you're selling. So you can do that by just doing a little bit of research. Number one, I would suggest going into other people that are bigger Whatnot resellers and kind of getting a feel for what they're doing and how they're handling things, because to me, at the end of the day, that's some of the most important stuff, is the one that you're knowledgeable and that you're honest about the merchandise that you're selling. And I don't believe that if you're selling comic books to me that you've got to know who wrote this comic book and who was the artist, and you know their birth date, and you know what day they died on. I don't need to know any of that. I just want to know some terms, like learn about the terms like foxing or spine roll or yellowed pages, just so that you can understand the product that you're selling. And that comes to another idea, that when you're selling this stuff, like I like to see auctions. I don't really like where you're selling like a bunch of different stuff. Like, I don't want to see antiques mixed in with collectibles, mixed in with clothing. If I'm in the mood to buy t-shirts, I really like t-shirt auctions. I loved themed auctions. I loved, if I want to buy comic books, I want to buy comic book auctions. I'm going to go to a comic book auction, spend some money. And two, if I'm going to be buying action figures, I want it to be a lot of action figures. Now, you can have comic books and action figures and stuff like that, but you have to realize that some of that stuff's going to have to be shipped together, and you're not going to be able to ship a box of action figures with some nice comic books, unless, two, that's really important that you know how to pack your merchandise. And that's something that's important that never really is seen on camera, but it's all on the back end. Like when I get product in, I don't want it shipped to me in like a Domino's pizza box, and I want the product to get to me, and I would love for it to be in good condition. So, you know, that's a couple things that I like to see as a Whatnot buyer that's really important to me, is that you're knowledgeable and honest, and that you get my product to me in the condition that I bought it in. Those are really important to me. It's important to have good video equipment. When you're doing these auctions, you want to have a good video camera, or you want to have a good laptop, or you want to have a good webcam. Don't cheap out on this stuff. And we all start somewhere, and I'm not saying that if that's all you got, that's what you use. And I'm not shaming anyone for the quality of technology that they have. I'm just saying, if you can afford to get a little bit better webcam, then maybe go out and buy a little bit better webcam with a better mic, because it's really important to be able to see the item that I'm buying. And two, try to keep the conversation about the merchandise you're selling. I see a lot of people that kind of want to hang out on Whatnot. And as a person that's going to spend a bunch of money when I pop into your auction, I'm not going to sit there. I don't really want to hear. I don't mind banter. I don't mind conversation, but I want to see product. I also don't like it when Whatnot resellers are like, well, do you see anything that you like? I'll put stuff up. And then they want to argue with people over the cost of their goods. I have no problem with a person having a set price, but as a Whatnot Reseller, one, I don't want to see you give away your merchandise for nothing. And two, you're selling mostly, I think, a lot of times until you build up a huge following, but still, I believe that a lot of people go on Whatnot and they're looking to source to be able to buy stuff to flip. And until I see data points that prove me wrong on that, I'm going to go with the idea that a lot of the people that are hanging out in these Whatnot auctions are resellers. I know that when I buy t-shirts, there's a lot of t-shirt shops that are buying t-shirts for their stores and out in California and whatnot. So to me, it's important to be, to make sure that you're staying on topic and you're not wandering off into the world of your love life or, your cat, your dog. I don't mind being a shoulder to cry on and being some moral support for you. I don't mind that at all, but I want to buy merchandise, and that's, to me, is really important. And also, this is against the rules, but drug use, I mean, it's a different strokes for different folks, but you're not supposed to be doing illicit substances on Whatnot. I've been in a few Whatnots where people were smoking the good, and you ain't supposed to be doing that either. But that's up to you. I mean, that ain't going to keep me from buying from you, other than the fact that if you're smoking on camera, I'm going to think my stuff's going to smell like smoke, or it's going to smell like weed, and I don't like that, so I won't buy from you. So think about that. I don't care if you drink, but the smoke and stuff like that, it's going to permeate those items, and you're going to get it, and it's going to smell like skunk, or it's going to smell like tobacco or something, and people don't want that. So just be mindful of the people who are buying the merchandise from you, and do they want it to smell like weed? No, they don't. They don't. Trust me. I mean, they might. Some people might. I have a buddy, Shane, that probably wouldn't mind, but for the rest of us, hey, we I don't want to get my t-shirts in and put them in my store and they smell like the ganj, but I don't mind if people smoke weed. I have nothing wrong with it, but it's just not my thing. Something that's really important to me is also lighting, because I want to be able to see the item and maybe a little bit of motif. How I kind of got this backdrop behind me. This is not for sale. It's all stuff that I bought so that I can make a background for my YouTube channel. So when I make a video like this, you guys have all kinds of interesting stuff to look at, because this is kind of ugly and some of that's kind of cool. So that really helps keep people's attention. You might try that. I like the music. That's the thing. I love the music. I've seen a few people do video stuff, they show videos while they're doing Whatnot auctions. Super cool. Thing you got to look out for is the language. I think that's important too. I see a lot of people that will use some vulgarity, and I'm not Betty Bible Drill, and I have said my fair share of bad words in the past too, today even. But what I'm saying though is that if someone's sitting on a bus and they're, they probably have earbuds in, but say if they're sitting in the middle of their house and they're watching you on TV or watching you on a computer, and they got little kids around, or they got mom living with them, and mom might not like to hear yo F this, you know what I'm saying. So that's something to think about. You can do whatever you want, but just know that at the end of the day, that a little bit of respect and maybe some not cussing might help bring up that bottom line, because me, I got little boys, and if I start hearing it, I gotta go. I want to go back to the lighting thing really quick. One thing that I did is I bought a ring light. In fact, I have a ring light right up there that's making me all viewable, if that's possible, but it actually has a little cell phone holder on it, and it's really cool, and it's a bright white. You could actually has we're going to hop into a TED Talk real quick about different kinds of light. There is cool light, which is a higher rating light, and then there's a Kelvin, I think that's what they call it. There's a lower light that's more yellow. It's kind of what you use in your home. It's more welcome. One's for sunlight, one's daylight, and one's white light. And there's a spectrum, and it runs anywhere from 1,000 up to 10,000, somewhere in there. And the higher, if you're looking for bulbs, or if you're looking for a ring light, the higher, the 10, closer to 10 you get, the more white the light is. And the lower down, 2,000-3,000, it's going to be more yellow. So if you want, I like the white light. It doesn't yellow things, doesn't make things look dingy. It kind of is a more natural light. It's more like a natural light. I just like it. So I would suggest spending some money on a ring light. I have a newer Personally, I have a newer ring light. It's huge, and you can adjust it. And the best thing about it is you can adjust it. A lot of these ring lights, you can adjust it from the yellow to the bright white, and anywhere in between. You can turn the temperature up and down. There's a lot to know. There's a lot to do this right, and you're going to get there. It just takes time. But lighting is very important. I just really wanted to touch on that because I've seen some people try to do some whatnot auctions with like desk lamps and stuff like that. And I think one of the most important thing is you got to have a good camera, a good light source, good product, and be good on camera. And the last thing, that to be good on camera, that's something that you can learn. It's something that's going to come with time. But you're going to learn how to command an audience. You're going to learn how to talk. Like when I first started doing YouTube, I wasn't good at just sitting. I'm sitting in a room by myself talking to a camera. At some point, this video will be broadcast, and eventually I will be talking to you. But right now, I have a window right there, and people are walking by thinking I'm probably absolutely insane. But I'm confident in my insanity. I'm telling you, I can talk to you. If there were 10,000 people in this room, I'm still going to talk to this webcam just the way I am now because I have built that level of confidence yet. You have to address that fear. For me, it was a fear. It was a phobia of like talking in front of people. But after a while, you just get good at it. So the only thing I can say is just keep going live. Keep selling your merchandise. Don't sell your stuff short. Don't start your auctions at $1. And don't let people bully you into taking. I've seen that a lot. There's a lot of buyers out there that'll bully you and be like, they'll be like, oh, your prices are too high. Who cares? You don't know that person. You don't know them. You believe in you. I believe in you. You keep doing it. You keep hustling. You keep working hard because you're going to do it. You're going to make it. You're going to get that extra money. You're going to improve your life. That's why you're watching this video right now. 99% of the people have already clicked off or won't even look for this video. But you're that 0.1% who wants to have a better life, and you're willing to get out there and educate yourself. And I applaud you for that. And I'm done. I'm going to end this video here. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you would, go down and just throat punch that like button. I heard it talking about you. It was looking at your husband or your wife with them, with them eyeballs. So you go down there and you punch that like button. And I tell you what, the subscribe button was complicit with it too. So I'd go down there and just jab that subscribe button a couple times. You show it who's boss. You hit that subscribe button and you tell that subscribe button that you ain't going to tolerate it. So thanks for watching. You guys have a good day. God bless you guys. Keep on digging. Keep on picking. And as always, remember, the family that picks together sticks together. God bless you guys.